Hey girl, welcome back to Notes to Her, the Daily Pep Talk. I'm Yaya, your confidence and mindset coach, and today's note, this one is coming for your comfort zone in the best way. Because if there's one thing that I see over and over again with clients, with friends, with women who are so capable, it's this doubt. Not because you're weak, but you doubt yourselves because you've been playing small for too long. And today, we are done with that. Now, answer this question for me in your head, honestly. How many times have you talked yourself out of something you wanted because you were scared of how big it could be? Because you weren't sure you were ready? Because you didn't want to be judged? Because you're worried somebody might think that you're too much? Now, here's the truth that you probably never said out loud. You're not scared of failing. You are scared of becoming the version of you who actually gets everything she asked for. Sit with that. Because shrinking, it's not a personality trait, it's a habit, and today we're breaking it. No, shrinking doesn't happen all at once. It's subtle, sneaky. It sounds like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't want to brag. Maybe next year. Who am I to do that? You know what? I'll just stay in the background. Shrinking is a story you tell yourself to avoid being seen. But let me be blunt. You weren't built for small. You weren't built for almost. You weren't built to live a life you've outgrown. If you've been feeling restless, stuck, bored, uninspired, it's not because you're lost. It's because you're playing beneath your potential. And if I'm being real with you, you've been thinking too small for too long, and your life is starting to reflect that. Here's what I've seen during my time as a coach. Most women shrink for one of three reasons, and none of them mean that you're not capable. The first one, you've been hurt before. You trusted somebody, you took a risk, you put yourself out there, and something went wrong. Your brain said, never again. So now invisibility feels safer than trying. Don't worry, you are not alone. I have been there. But invisible and unhappy is not safety, it's self abandonment. Two, maybe you're surrounded by small thinkers. And this one cuts deep, even for me. I had a friend who would turn anything into negative. It didn't matter what we talked about money, relationships, goals. I remember one time she wanted to compete with me over whose boyfriend owed them more money. Like, what? She would find the worst angle every time. And little by little, I started thinking small too. I called myself shrinking just to match her energy. When I finally brought it up to her, she got defensive. And that's when I realized people get uncomfortable when you talk big. People project their fears onto your dreams. People clap for you, but only if you stay beneath them. People who are committed to their levels, people who are committed to their limits will always resist your growth. Small figures cannot help you. People who are committed to their limits will always resist your growth. Small thinkers can't help you build a big life because your potential exposes their comfort zone. Sometimes outgrowing people is the cost of outgrowing your old self. And three, you don't want to leave people behind. This is more common than you think. You want your friends to come with you. You don't want your family thinking that you've changed. You don't want people assuming that you think you're better than them. So you shrink to stay relatable. You shrink to keep the peace. You shrink to avoid being judged. But let me be clear, shrinking does not protect your relationships. It prevents you from becoming the woman you were meant to be. The people who love you, they'll adapt. The ones who don't, were never meant to go where you're going. Now, here is how we're going to stop shrinking and start stepping into bigger. First thing, say your dream out loud, not the safe version, not the if everything works out perfectly version, the real one. The dream that scares you a little because you know it's possible. When you finally say it, your brain gets permission to chase it. Step two, let yourself be seen because visibility is greater than perfection every single time. So post the thing, share the idea, apply for the opportunity. Confidence grows when you're visible, not when you're hidden. Step three, stop borrowing other people's limits. Their fears are not facts. Their opinions are not your truth. Their ceilings are not your boundaries. Your vision wasn't sent to a committee, it was sent to you. And step four, decide you're worthy of more. Shrinking is never a capability issue, it's a worthiness issue. Once you believe you deserve bigger, you stop asking permission to have it. Now, listen to me carefully when I say this. You are not behind. You are not unqualified. You are not too much. You are not asking for too big of a life. You are simply waking up to the version of you that's been whispering for years. Let go. And guess what? She doesn't shrink. She shows up, even when she's scared, even when she doubts, even when her voice shakes. So here's your reminder today. Stop shrinking for a life you've already outgrown. Stop dimming a light you've worked too damn hard for. You were built for bigger. Act like it. And if you're ready to not just hear these pep talks, but actually live them, I invite you to apply for my Journey to Confidence one-to-one coaching program. This is where we take your self-doubt, your people-pleasing, your shrinking, your fear, and transform it into daily confidence, real momentum, and bold identity shifts. It's intimate, it's powerful, it's transformational because it's a space where the next version of you is born. So if you're tired of playing small, I would love to support you into stepping into bigger. You were never meant to be small. Let's go get the life that fits you.